Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Daily Flames. Brotherless. I am brotherless this morning. We may have a treat for you later this week again, because that was really fun to do with my brother. It's really funny. It's fun. I know you guys are there, but it's really fun to do it with somebody. So maybe we'll start doing guest appearances. I don't know, with some of the Phoenixes maybe. You guys can kind of think on that. Oh, here we go. Gotta have our background music. Oh, good morning. Okay, I'm supposed to not say hi. I'm supposed to keep my hellos to the end, but be safe. I can't skip that over. Jessica's getting on a plane, ready to take off. Be safe. Okay, so really quick, let's dig in, because I did promise. Really working on that 3 to 5 minute mark. What about food timing? So food timing around your workouts, and people ask this question all the time. And I think what happens is we run into situations and we're like, oh, well, I only have, these are my options. And so it's different than what we've talked about. So people are like, well, is this okay? So food timing, the gist of food timing is pre-workout and post-workout. Okay, so pre-workout, pre-workout, you can have really whatever you want up until about an hour and a half before your training, right? So protein, carbs, fat, fiber, obviously we're trying to keep things as clean as possible because your body's going to use that, right? So you're pre-fueling for your training. So up until about an hour and a half, you can have whatever you want, right? Pre-workout. It's when you get into that window that's an hour and a half or closer that you want to not have fats and not have fiber, because they are going to slow down the digestion of your carbs and your protein. And you want to be able to use your carbs. The whole reason we would eat carbs before our training is to fuel our training, right? We eat for fuel around our training. Now, for example, I'll work out today fasted. I ate yesterday, I'm fine. I'm not doing high intensity anything. So to go and lift and not have, eat a pre-workout training, I'm totally fine with that. So just within that hour and a half up until your workout, it's really no fats, no fiber, right? That's how you want to look at it, so that your body can use that glycogen, use those carbs for your training, and so that you're not slowed down. So sometimes you may notice, when you eat a fat-full meal or a meal that has a lot of fiber in it, you might feel a little slower or a little kind of groggy. Totally common, totally normal. So just within that, that meal that you're eating, if it's that close to your training, you just want to be conscientious of really a meal that's going to fuel you. I used to always go and do Chipotle. Okay, get a big burrito or burrito bowl, even 2 hours before my training. That was a big no-no for me personally, because I've just felt literally like a slug, because I am not holding back on guacamole, all the fixings that I love. It was just too heavy. That's the word I'm looking for. It was just too heavy for food. Where was the cartoon cat and dog chase? So if it's close to your workout, you're like, I need something, I'm hungry, fast carbs, right? Fast carbs with a protein. And if it's that close to my workout, I won't really do eggs or stuff like that. I'll have a little bit of, straight protein and water, and maybe some instant oatmeal. That's what I will do if it's super close like that. Or if you have a protein bar that you like, that works really well too. Just make sure the fiber is low. You don't want to, fiber is going to slow down the digestion. So why are we concerned about it slowing down the digestion? Well, we want our body to use that fuel, right? So if we're eating before we train, right before our training, and it's full of fat and fiber, our body's not able to use that readily. So if it's not able to use that food readily, what is it more likely to do? Potentially store body fat, right? So the idea is, if you're going to eat those carbs, eat that stuff, you really want it to fuel your training, right? Ideally. Now, post-workout is by far the most important. Post-workout, pre-workout is, if you get it, great. If you don't, don't kill yourself during your training. Your meal from last night can absolutely fuel your training. So pre-workout is really kind of how you feel. Do you not want to feel hungry during your training? All that kind of stuff. Post-workout is the most important. So post-workout, it is straight protein for me. So everybody's different, but I mix mine with water. Some people mix it with like coconut water, but it's to serve a purpose. So it's protein and water and fast carbs, and you chug it immediately after, within 45 minutes after your workout. So no fat, no fiber, period, in that post-workout shake. Then after that, maybe it's like an hour later or an hour and a half after you've trained or something like that, then go have a meal, go have a post-workout meal, right? But here's the thing, and why it's so important to just get your straight protein and fast carbs right after your training. It's hormones. It always comes down to hormones. I know you guys are so, like you've never heard me say that before, right? But you train, your cortisol goes up, right? So totally normal. It's good. Cortisol's not bad, right? It works for us in several instances. However, cortisol elevated over long periods of time stores body fat right to your belly. It also shuts off the production of testosterone, FYI. So if we know, we've trained, no matter what you're doing for training, cortisol is going up. Cortisol elevated over long periods of time stores body fat. What shuts off cortisol is insulin. So how do we get our insulin going? Fast carbs, right? So post-workout is that simple protein, fast carbs. I use that beef protein, True Nutrition's beef protein, and a scoop of GlycoFuse. So it's 25 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, because that is what I found works well for me in terms of like a ratio for what I do to get your insulin up, to shut that cortisol off, right? So to stop like my body wants to store it as body fat, or is it going to use those carbs? That's what's going to happen. So no fat and fiber in your post-workout, right? In your post-workout, go for it. But a lot of people are like, oh, it's fine. 2 hours later, I'm going to have a meal. I don't need a post-workout. That's fine. But here's what you're saying. So I'm going to the gym to train because I want to get more fit, right? Which usually means some balance of lose body fat, gain lean mass, all that good stuff. So I'm going to the gym, I'm going to do this hard work. Post-workout, I don't need anything, and we think, oh, I'm not going to eat anything because I don't want to add. It's just adding more calories, right? Well, here's the thing, right? Every time you don't have those fast carbs post-workout with your protein, you're basically saying, hey, cortisol, oh, yeah, come have a seat on my couch. Did you want a glass of wine, by the way? Did you want a scotch, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, get comfy. You want to store body fat for me also? Oh, I would love that. That would be fantastic, right? That's what you're doing every time you forego that protein with your fast carbs. So post-workout, I cannot stress enough, most important, fast carbs with your protein. Just chug it. It's not supposed to tickle. Just chug it. Get something you like, something simple. And that's it. I know that kind of went long, so good morning, everybody. Good morning, Nikki and Nico. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Jessica, I am also going to get you your updated numbers right now. And good morning, Dana. Dana, I hope you can move. Is today your hike? I think today's your hike, right? 15 miles, baby. Okay, you guys, I am now getting hit with dog toys, so signing off. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh.